Do you like each other?
Yeah, I love each other.
This is nice. Well,
What about that wrestling match, folks?
Yeah. Who won?
Julian won.
Hey, Julian! I knew it. I had a bet on.
I've always believed in this.
Yeah.
They are great, but just thank you for your patience. Thank you for coming all the way. Are you enjoying Belgium?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Imagine like, nah,
I hate Belgium, you guys.
yeah, hate them.
Looking forward to Belgium on a Saturday night, though.
Oh yeah, it's good. Saturday night, guys. You have Saturday night here.
They actually have an extra day in Belgium.
Really?
Yeah. Food day. I don't know what it is. It's great. Have you guys been to Belgium?
Years ago, when I was in a musical theatre show called
She killed many cast members and never been.
partly impatient, but probably more sheer determination. I actually say that all the time when it comes to like choreography. That's the way I see it. And for me, doing this fancy stuff is choreography. So I actually really enjoy that side of things. So anytime I want to get into if there is a fight or something, I can really do that. I love it. It really fulfills me.
Do you guys like doing those physical bits? Does it feel good when you're all fighting together and running together?
I think it's hilarious. I still look back and when we got this job, Jefferson and I, we were in from the beginning, so we could do this boot camp. And they were teaching us how to be Vikings, rowing boats, and fighting with axes and swords and shields, sailing. And it was almost like someone just came along and went, here's an axe, here's a shield, and we built this whole Viking theme park for you to go and play in. And we'll put some money in your bank as well. And you're like, this is not a real job. It's just fun.
Here you go, children, have a park, here's £10, go.
But it was chaos, right? The battles were chaos. There was no. When they said rolling, adrenaline spiked. You could find a guy who worked as a carpenter in the day as an extra, and he was angry, had a shit day, and he was really clogging you, and you would lose. And hopefully the camera would be on you, crying. He's like, "Don't break my shield."
Well, they had this kind of formula, the stunt coordinators on Vikings, where they would teach us the choreography in a hangar, like an old hangar where it was concrete, it was away from the elements.
Rubber mats.
Yeah, and then they would say, but once you get out there and it's been raining for a month or something and there's mud up to your knees, don't stop. If it goes wrong, just deal with it and adapt it and carry on. So that meant a lot of people just running around and clawing each other in the head because they'd forgotten their choreography. But it was better than putting your hand up and saying, cut, 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 because there's 100 extras running around.
And that's a nice next question. When did it go wrong?
Never go right. Never went right.
Really?
No, not for me. Clive's very good. He's a great advisor. I'm totally coordinated. So in the end, they gave me no moves.
Really?
Yeah. You seem to see Clive Lyons. Incredible.
It is amazing. I mean, again, my head can't get around that sort of level of, like, you go through this, you go through the choreography. I don't understand, like, how you shoot that sort of thing, how it's sort of goes from the ground up, is it sort of, yeah, you want to sort of dance between each other and go, like you say, and just...
Well, like Clive said, they give you a bit, which is like 30 seconds, and then they'll film for 2 minutes, so then it's a lot of, hey, you!
And a lot of it's a steady cam, so the steady cam's just moving around, so there's a very good chance you'll be in the background of someone's shot, so you can't be standing around, having a chat and going, I've got no confused, just move on to somebody else and give them a while.
People will notice, this is a famous one from Braveheart, you've got two guys in the background, so, yeah. Did you guys all know each other before this? What's your scene there? I mean, you guys get on very well.
I know, but we didn't work on the show together. We didn't know each other on Vikings. We met who was about 6'6", dressed as Chewbacca. And he was holding hands with a girl who was dressed as Supergirl. And it looked like they just met and they were in love, and they were kind of like, they obviously had this in common. This Comic-Con it was their like neutral ground where they could come in and just be themselves and then meet their friends. And I thought that is the plus. That is what makes Comic-Con really special. A little bit I know that I'd be going to a Comic-Con and fall in love with someone, and that would bring me together with my wife as well.
It's so nice as well. You found something that was just dressed as Chewbacca.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Just so you know, guys, we are going to let you ask questions soon. We're aware of time, so if you've got questions, get them in your head. But before we do, we also have to ask this. Did you come to a lot of Comic-Con? Is there something, like, is there a franchise you guys love that you know out for? Is there anything that you're really into?
Have you ever been excited about watching the Olympics?
Ooh, yeah, Warwick Davis, come on.
Yeah.
Willow.
Exactly. Yeah. Just the best fans of our
The other week, is I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so yeah, we saw Andy Serkis the other week, and I stood there staring at him in the green room, just going, and then he'd look up and I go, and all I should have said is, I am a big fan, and I couldn't.
Still regret not being president.
That's really lovely again, like, I think people love it. They're like that with you guys, but you're like in the studio, oh my god. We had all the hobbits here last time. And I was telling, I had an inscription of Lord of the Rings in my library, and I'm a big fan as well, so I was just like, oh my god, this is better than my wedding.
I want to ask my favorite question for everyone, which was just, did you get to keep anything from the show? If not, what would you not It's a great smile.
It's because I'm never on stage with this man, and I've been asked this question myself, and I've got some bits. I've got the Sunstone that I know that Travis Fimmel really wanted, and I remember when he left the show, he was going around asking people if they still had the Sunstone, and I'd stolen it at the end of season 1. So it's been gone by about 3 years, and it was like, I'm sure it's in the props department somewhere, and I was sitting there. But this man took it to a new level.
Particularly looking comfortable.
I just remember talking about it's illegal, I think, it's theft. Talking about the boat.
I'm just talking about there are benefits to driving your car over on the ferry rather than trying to ship things back in your suitcase. This man.
So I went camping near the site and with the guy who played Lana with one eye, and it got really cold. And so we stole a boat and went to the set and took all the deerskin rugs. We took basically some animals as well while we're here. We basically looted our own set, and we woke up sort of with a bad hangover the next day and we're shit, we've got to take it all back. We couldn't, and now they know.
But in Jefferson's defense, we were always told we weren't allowed to do it, and then I found out that they burnt it all. They would, like, when they moved some of the sets, they would just put it in a pile and smash it all up with shields and things, which I'm sure, you know, if there was 50 shields back there, all of you guys would want one, right? And we were giving out shields. And they just put them in a pile and smashed them up. So, if anything, I like to think of Jefferson more like Robin Hood.
Yeah. I didn't give it to him
to keep for himself.
Also, you literally put it to loot it, so you can say, I was part of the character.
Well, we got to keep our shields. You have your shields?
Yeah.
Shield? Yeah.
I don't have a shield.
Did you have a cloak or something?
It's not a bangle.
Bangle?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was really well behaved. I can steal anything.
Give him to
I regret it. Oh, yeah, but I got given that. The dry factor. Yeah.
We got shields.
Shield, lost shield.
Yeah, I started up because I was like, I'm going to get killed off soon. I want everyone to sign my shield, so when someone else gets killed off before me, I said, don't think it's a good idea. We all sign this guy's shield, right? Knowing I would be leaving soon. So when it came to me, I built up the thing, you get signed shield. So,
That's really nice.
yeah.
What did you do with your shield?
Pardon?
What did you do with your shield? Is it a choice?
It's a horn. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, it's a pizza. Like the pizza.
Just get on the tube, out of my way.
Yeah, a huge cheeseburger. Yeah.
Right guys, because again, we want to make sure you guys get some questions. If you have a question, get your hand up. Oh yeah, I mean,
Hello.
Any advice for fighting? Oh, we just the dexterity. dexterity to shield in your arm, right? I actually was in Sweden quite recently with the Grimfrost crew, and they fight in real armor, real swords. And they got me up and doing it, and I realized that I was actually, because I've been sword fighting since I was 14, I was actually quite good with the sword. But the shield was really letting me down because I didn't have great shield technique. I would bring it in close, and I was thinking I would protect my head, but the guy was using his shield to bounce my sword off, and I actually was like, oh my god, I wish I thought of that before. So yeah, it's using this shield is not just something to shield your face with, it's actually really good to deflect and turn into a weapon. I actually started trying to beat him with my shield, but I ended up beat him with those. Cheat. If in doubt, cheat.
Or tickle is good. If you tickle someone, it freaks them out. Tickling and kissing. I got the good stuff. That's an armpit. It's a low armpit.
Sorry, I'm going to that for a while. Hands over, yep. Can we grab the mic back?
My question is, you guys been to a lot of Comic-Cons. What's your favorite place you got to visit?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it has to be Dortmund, really, because it's when we met. But I mean, we have been really lucky. I mean, I would just say that, because I can see Gundolf at the back there. We got to go to New Zealand, and it rained the whole time. It was misty, and it felt like we were in love, which was pretty special. To be at Comic-Con, surrounded by loads of guys dressed as Lord of the Rings elves and hobbits and dwarves, and actually be in New Zealand was pretty cool.
I don't like traveling.
I hate traveling. I hate other countries. No, they're all great. Right? Dortmund, Düsseldorf, all
Is this person harassing you?
Yeah, I've got like a sort of hostage.
Have you met Jack?
I'm really happy here. Don't send help.
We'll get you in a full costume and get you out of that. Don't worry.
I'm fine. I need me once a day.
Blink twice if you're in trouble. Any more questions? No, yeah. We're going to go 1 and 2, so yeah.
Hello.
So I'm wondering, you're all very adventurous people, so I was thinking, what's on your bucket list?
I'd like to really learn to sew properly, like properly sew, only by hand. Serious.
Everyone wasn't sure if you were serious, actually.
I'm serious.
I really want to go to Peru. Yeah. Machu Picchu.
Mine is because I love scuba diving, and a lot of my bucket lists are all to do with marine animals and things. And I've dove with great white sharks and sharks, but we went scuba diving with tiger sharks in the Maldives, right? Caged with the great whites. But the one thing I'm scared of, and it's an irrational fear, because I know that there's been no attacks in the wild, is orcas. And I really would like to scuba dive with orcas to get over that fear, and the other thing is a narwhal. It's one thing I haven't trained to do. I'm a master scuba diver, but I can't ice dive. And I really want to get under the ice and see a narwhal under the ice. Because obviously they break over the ice to see it, and you can go and see it.
It is a orc is a killer whale, right?
Yeah, no, it's got killer its tail. SeaWorld, here we go. SeaWorld called them killer whales. They branded them killer whales. Yeah, they killed them. Yeah, that's the irony, isn't it? Yeah, they killed the instructor. They've never killed anybody in the wild. That we know of. This is their bodies.
Your race chapter went 5 swimming sharks.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't tell anyone going, that sounds nuts.
That is not, I've got terrible. I was swimming pools. I only got to my knees.
That's the worst place to be for a shark.
That's why I started scuba diving, because I get scared on the surface, but I don't know what's underneath me. I remember when I was younger, when Dad was trying to get me to swim out just to a rock in the sea, it was terrifying because of the idea of what was underneath me. As soon as I went under the water and swam out,
It's worse when you see under. When I snorkel, I have a knife. I snorkel with a knife. Like,
what are you snorkeling with a cat?
one-handed with a surfer. But yeah, it's horrible.
And your shield, basically.
The shield, yeah.
Got a very underwater shield.
Yeah, water shield.
I would genuinely talk about this all day, because I'm obsessed with sharks. We had a question over here. Hello. How did you feel about Roland's circle arc, especially with Ragnar?
I felt incredibly lucky to have that arc. On two ways. I mean, I think we were all really lucky to play characters that started off so young and then ended up so old, because we had Tom McInerney, who's the makeup artist on Vikings, was so great at aging us that we were able to play our characters for the whole arc. Whereas some TV shows, as soon as you start off at 30 and you have a 60-year-old, they recast an older actor and suddenly skip in time. So that was amazing. But the arc itself, to be able to play such a base character at the beginning and to have him constantly try and learn from his mistakes and better himself, and it was a gift. I loved it, and I didn't see it coming when I got the role. I kind of feel like it's, he's the barbarian who turns into the Duke of Normandy. It's kind of the pauper to the prince, which is the opposite way around to how most characters are. He had so much to learn, and I'm really grateful that still one of the best characters I've ever to play.
You brought a lot, I would say you brought a lot of complexity to the character, because you're
such a broken human.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a tough guy. But no, you're such a sweet, considerate man. He was the character. It wasn't there right.
I mean, that's true to say. And there's also, with Travis Fimmel, who played Ragnar, it was clear that when he got Ragnar, he wanted to find these different idiosyncrasies that made him slightly grayer and on the margins, which is not the average hero of a TV show. Like Tony Soprano, when you follow him, but he does some really dark stuff. And I saw that, and I was also going, well, actually, there's no point two people trying to do the same thing. And also, I found the nicer qualities in Rollo were going to be that makes it a bit of a contradiction, and it's a dichotomy when you're watching as the audience. I don't know if I love him or hate him. I don't know if I want him to win or want him to just die. And that was great. And I think you have the same thing with Ragnar. At certain points, you thought Ragnar was a narcissistic kind of leader, and then other things, he was the most wonderful leader and father. That was like, Travis brought this amazing father quality in Ragnar, and then started to get obsessed with his own journey, and it's brilliant. Those things were found by the actors and the script.
We have time for one last question. We're going to have to let you guys go.
Hi, Tasha.
In September, I forced my best friend to drive me to the car destination for a street at
Holy shit.
And we had a question that when after he was possessed, he asked Dr. Monarch what happened to his son. And he wanted to know what happened to Dr. Monarch's son.
Good question. I'm not going to email you on that one. I don't know. It's good.
You and I talked about it when I in the hospital there.
Yeah.
We were like,
Oh, yeah.
we don't see each other.
He didn't die. I think I just was like a absent father. Like we separated, I believe. Mark left his wife, and he missed his son, but he wasn't possessed by demons. I don't think so. No, he was just like,
Or maybe you can tell us the story.
Yeah. So good for jogging my memory. Thank you.
We are going to let these guys go back to the phone just because we were going over and what you guys are very good. You know how to make me feel about it. Guys, I like you, man. And this is something you've got to get used to for the rest of your life. People just waving it to that guy.
Guys, come and say hello to us. You know where we are. We can answer any questions you might have on Vikings or anything else. But just don't be shy. Come over and see us.
Yeah, wrestling will be back on soon.